Striking. Alright. So
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
This is Derrick Henry. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness. Did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Lady! Come on.
A toss left. Henry trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
On the carry.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Jones.
It's a Pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Rodgers now on first down. He sets up the screen to Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down.
Yeah, let's go sandwich. 17's Mike. Mike 17. I got it. Mike 17. Mike 17. Silver. 50. 17. Mike 17. Hey, I'm coming after you. Inside. 26.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll run with a big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, watch the slant. Over.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Raymond on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so shouldn't be a difficult goal to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Rolling to his right. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down carry for Henry. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, it's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
To Aaron Jones. That's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 6.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, you block over here. 9-17, 9-17. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Now Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Titans' 41-yard line.
Green 18. I'm here all day. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers, the left side throw complete to Adams.
Rodgers
only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a 1st down. They go back to the ground with Jones. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 8 yards to go.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You're talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Jonnu Smith, the tight end, is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He may try it, and I think the ball's out, and the Packers pick it up. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this.
It is cold.
And it is cold. It's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Mike 17. That's right, baby. They don't want it. We're doing it. Mike 17. In your face.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another incompletion there. That's 5 in a row now to start this game. He's got to take a deep breath now, step back, shake it off a little bit, trust his offensive line, and hope that his play caller dials up something that can give him a completion and get him going.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Tannehill finding Davis for a Titan 1st down.
1st down, Tennessee.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
43-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. gun, Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
It's complete. This is Derrick Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Tannehill. It's complete to Brown, right side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
A 38-yard attempt.
And Gostkowski's kick is good. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie up to make the tackle.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
I know he ain't got it. Mike 17. Mike 17. Check pass, check pass. 26. Mike 17, Mike 17. Watch a slant, watch a slant. Watch a slant. Look at that.
Now whistles here, flag down. I think one of the Packer linemen was moving. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Let's get there. Mike 17.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this has not been their best half so far. They're down double digits already and now forced to operate from inside their own 5.
And what they have to do now is not curse their fate as much as focus on the task at hand. Inside their own 5-yard line, they got to be careful of taking care of the football and not turning it over for the defense to score additional points.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I think he's trying to get another one in the fold.
And you talked, watching film, a lot about his form and just hitting the hole, running north and south, as we like to say. I think he's been doing that a lot recently.
Squaring those shoulders and getting downhill.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
20, here we go. 30. He's checking.
Now Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. That catch good for only a couple.
To Khalif Raymond. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On second down, here's the option. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Deciding to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Tannehill. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, it's Jones. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And 12.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Rodgers. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment and shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
17's Mike 17.
Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
From the 5, 3rd and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 24-yard attempt. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead stretches. 16-3 now. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. They will find Davis, that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down. He's going to take off with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
He really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They snap it to Tannehill. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
On the play. And the Titans.
A shotgun handoff to Henry. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander, past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6